mode.
And so did Firefox.
They did? Firefox?
Yeah, they have a private mode. It's not called in private mode, and it's not called incognito. It's called private mode.
Huh, I'll have to check that. I didn't hear that.
Yeah,
Um,
it's 3.0. The beta 3.0 came out with that.
okay. Edwin, I do know you have an iPhone, so I'll just throw this into the podcast today. The iPhone 3G is expected to have a new cousin. CNET just tweeted it a couple of hours ago. Apple is releasing a new iPhone. Hopefully we'll have
Yep,
information on that next time on Tech Talk.
yep. It happens to be this very weird name, iPhone 3G with a small S, and the S is for speed. It's um, it's supposedly very much speedier than the old iPhone. It has a 3.0 megapixel camera versus a 2.0. It has the ability to do video recording. It will have voice recognition to launch apps, and it will have, let's see, text to speech where you click on the text, it will read the text to you, and it will, let's see, there's one more feature. What is it? And it has a better lighting sensor. That's the only other thing.
Huh. So I heard.
And now,
Go ahead.
and now the 3.0 software that's going to be coming out. I think the June 17th for the software, June 19th for the new phone. The new software is going to be the ability to have your YouTube account linked, your in-app purchase, which is like in a game you want to purchase a new level, you can purchase it right there instead of going and buying the new game. And then, let's see, iTunes Store, you'll be able to buy TV shows, movies, pretty much anything you can buy in the iTunes Store on your computer.
Really?
And it will also, yep, and it will support MMS on, now this is the software, it will support MMS on both iPhone 3G and 3GS, but it will not support MMS on the old iPhone, the old Edge supported iPhone.
Oh,
And that is because the radio band.
MMS. Yeah, I had See, I bought Wonder Radio and I had it on my iPod Touch second generation, and I updated to 1.7. Now it doesn't want to play NASA TV.
Huh.
So it says
Weird.
it's an unsupported codec. So maybe I'll get better luck in 3.0. I know what software update I'm getting.
Yep. And they didn't release it today, the the pricing for the iPod Touch, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be like all the other upgrades that Apple's put out for the iPhone. $10 to upgrade for your iPod Touch and free for iPhone users, which
Yes.
I still think
So I
is very
guess
bad.
I guess you won't get it, huh? 3.0.
Well, I probably won't get it from my iPod Touch. I'll probably get it from my iPhone, but
Then you have to
actually, I'm
jailbreak it.
probably going to be getting rid of my iPhone and giving it to my dad because I'm probably going to get the new iPhone.
Cool. Well,
I have to be a geek on that one. New shiny things. I'm like a crow. I want to go pick it up and get it. I can't stand not having new shiny gadgets.
Apple is picking up some competition from Google's Android mobile OS system.
Yeah, it kind of is. It's only 49,000 apps in their app store, and they're being what is it? Over a million apps in the iPhone app store. It's kind of winning in how many apps, but I will say it has better quality apps in the Android store or the Android market, excuse me. And their SDK is very easy to use, and so is Apple's. So in that market, it's pretty easy.
Apple is
Now,
proprietary for their SDK, though. You do have to have a Mac to use it.
Yes, but most people who own an iPhone, I've looked at this. Most people have an iPhone usually if they're that kind of developer, they're usually on a Mac already. If
True.
they're into developing software.
True. Let's
But now
see.
I do know of a few people online that have went out, actually bought a Mac because they wanted the code for the iPhone, coded for the iPhone, paid for the developer program, and put an app out.
Well, I hope they charge us
Just for that reason.
grand for an app because that's probably what it cost them to get started.
Oh yeah. They charge for it. I think it's like $2.99 for the app. I forget what app it is.
Wow. Oh, they better be popular. That's all I can say.
Now, do we want to talk about the one thing that was released yesterday or the day before? The Palm Pre?
Oh, the Palm Pre. Yes, you know what? Let's talk about that. I did hear about it. Actually, I think it may have been a tweet. Hold on one second when I pull up the Palm Pre. You know what? I had that bookmarked. So, Edwin, what do you have to say about the Palm Pre?
Well, as far as the Palm Pre goes, I think the WebOS, it's a very neat idea. But now, from what I've heard, I haven't gotten to go play with one or anything since it was just released a few days ago. It's a very neat idea, but I think it's going to be too buggy and too slow for it to work for most business people. Now, for the average user, it will probably be fine because people are used to those Motorola's and everything that run kind of slow. But now, I'm kind of liking the background processes on it since Apple won't allow background processes. It allows you to just swipe between apps instead of having to close out an app and go into another one. And that's a very neat feature right there. But I haven't really gotten to look at the specs of it, like how the camera is and the screen size. I don't know the specifics. I think it's 3.5 by 2 inch, like the iPhone.
Yeah,
But
I couldn't find the information here. CNET crashed on me.
yeah, and
Haha, I was using Firefox.
use Google Chrome.
Yes, I know.
But now I've seen the little pictures they put out, that are very fancy. You can't see anything about it. That it has a slide out keyboard. Now I have never, and I mean never, been a fan of a slide out keyboard. Now I don't like slider phones which have slide out keyboards because I've seen a couple of them break on my friends because they slide it too much. And my mom's phone, which is a smartphone, Siemens SX66, it has a slider. And she never used the slider, but it's gotten to the point, it's still usable, still can carry it around, you don't have to tape it up or anything. But you can see where it's not holding its spring anymore to the slider.
Oh, I see
So,
what you mean.
and I've heard from a few people online that they've gotten to actually go touch a Palm Pre, and it feels very plasticky, very cheap like material.
Huh.
That it's not going to last very long to the average teenager, at least, dropping
Yeah.
their phones constantly.
Yeah, I have to say that Google Chrome was released for the Mac. You were actually the first one to tell it to me. I don't think many people know this. Can you please tell them about it? See if we can get some people to switch over to it that have Macs.
Now, the Chrome beta, well, actually, it's an alpha, excuse me, for the Mac. It's a developer release. It's very buggy. Bookmarks don't totally work, and save searches and that kind of stuff don't very much work. It's great, good idea. It's easy for the developers to play around with, but I do not, and I mean I do not recommend it for daily use. Use something else